This morning I'm thinking about guilt. I don't know why. I'm sure there was a logical reason why guilt and shame was the topic in my brain. Uh, just the idea of guilt and shame, they sound terrible. And I think in our culture, it has become one of the most awful things you can have ever experience is guilt and shame. Almost in our culture, we're being told no one should ever feel shame. But I want to read the definition of these two things for you. Guilt is defined as the fact of having committed a specified or implied offense or crime. Shame is a painful feeling of humiliation and distress caused by the consciousness of wrong or foolish behavior. So the question becomes, should anyone ever feel guilty? Is feeling guilty a bad thing? Now, people feel guilty for a variety of reasons, but if we have, in fact, committed a crime or a wrong, then guilt is the appropriate emotion. The same goes for shame. Shame is the understanding, it's almost our conscience telling us that we have done something that is against a moral law or against God or against our conscience or against someone else. So if I have indeed hurt someone dreadfully or acted horribly, then shame is an appropriate feeling. And the thing that people don't realize is guilt and shame actually push us towards God. When we feel guilty, we want to relieve that sense of guilt. And the only one who can truly forgive us is God. And that's the person that we should be pushing forward to receive healing and forgiveness from. The same thing about shame. Shame is that feeling that Adam and Eve had when they hid in the garden, that I have done something terribly wrong. Something is wrong here. And that emotion is supposed to push us towards God, to be washed, to be cleansed, to be made right. The word righteousness actually means right standing with God. And sometimes guilt and shame has to come, and that knowledge of our own personal sin has to come before we receive freedom. So, if you ever start feeling guilty or if you ever start feeling ashamed, ask yourself why and run to the one who can relieve you of guilt and shame. That's food for thought today. Have a great day, everyone.